Here is the answer for day one, problem one. Multiply the matrices. This first matrix is a 2 by 2 matrix. The next matrix is also 2 by 2. In order to multiply matrices, the number of columns in the first matrix has to be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. And that is the case here, so they can be multiplied. Next, we want to know the size of the answer we get. And that can be figured out by using the number of rows from the first and the number of columns from the second. Our answer is going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. Now we're going to figure out the 4 entries within the matrix. To figure out the entry in row 1, column 1, we're going to use row 1 and column 1. 2 times 4 is 8, and then add 5 times 1. That makes 13. To figure out this entry, which is in row 1, column 2 of our answer, we're going to use row 1 and multiply it to column 2. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 5 times 7, which is 35. That makes 39. To figure out this entry in our answer, which is in row 2, column 1, we use row 2 from this matrix and multiply it to column 1 of this matrix. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 times 1, which is 3. That's 27. And to figure out this answer here, we use the second row from the first matrix and multiply by the second column from the second matrix. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 3 times 7, 21. That's 33. Now, day one, problem 2. We want to multiply these matrices. Well, first of all, can we? The first matrix is a 2 by 3 matrix. The next one is 3 by 3. In order to multiply them, this number must be equal to this number. And they are, so we can multiply. Now we want to predict the size of our answer by using this number and this number. Our answer will be 2 by 3. So 2 rows and 3 columns of numbers. Now let's figure out the entries. To get the entries in row 1, we're going to use the numbers from row 1, along with the different columns from over here. So to get this top left corner position, we're going to take this row and multiply by this column. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 0 times 1 is still 8, plus 3 times 1. That makes 11. To get the number in the top middle position, we take that top row and times by the middle column. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 0 times negative 5 is still 10, plus 3 times 6, 18. That makes 28. To get the number in the top right position, we take the top row times this column. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 0 times 12, that's still 18, plus 3 times 2 is 6. That makes 24. Now let's get our answers across the second row. To do that, we're going to use the second row of numbers, along with each of the columns from over here. 4 times 4 is 16, plus negative 2 times 1. Now we have 14, plus 10 times 1. That's 24. Now use this column. 4 times 5 is 20, plus negative 2 times negative 5, which is 10. So now we have 30, plus 10 times 6. This makes 90. And now multiply to this last column. 4 times 9 is 36, plus Negative 2 times 12, which is negative 24. So 36 and negative 24 makes 12, plus 10 times 2, 20. This makes 32.